All right, welcome to our first ever special message broadcast. This is a series that I've been thinking about doing for a long time. Just like Actor Review, it's going to continue on a weekly basis. So each week, at least one time a week, I'm going to be broadcasting a special message anytime something important happens in the entertainment industry, not just necessarily the film industry. And I do believe that this series is going to be important, it's going to be powerful, and I'm pretty excited to get it started. It's been something that's been on my heart for a long time, and here's number one. Now, is it just me? Or has there been an uptick in demonic activity in the entertainment industry? And we could argue that there's an uptick in every industry, but I want to justify what I just said with some evidence, okay? Now, when I say demonic activity, some of you are going to immediately turn away from this channel, but I encourage you just to listen for a few minutes, just to kind of see what I'm on about. Let's go ahead and look at the facts, okay? Doja Cat just came out with a song where she is dressed as a demon or a devil. The last several movies that I've gone and seen in the theaters, more previews for demonic movies. And what do I mean by demonic movies? Well, there's upside down crosses in the movies. There are demonic possessions. So you say, well, it's just a movie and you can separate yourself. Hey, Trav, you're in the film industry. You've been a part of the music industry. You've been in fashion, right? You've been in the entertainment sphere for the last decade. So can't you separate yourself? The answer is yes and no. There's some movies that I can separate myself from the violence because I know how it happens. I've created, violent scenes in movies. I've been a part of that world. I get that. However, there has to be a point at which we say, okay, there's a line here that's being crossed. So Doja Cat's newest song, and this is not what this message is about, but it is certainly important and it is part of the messaging. She dressed like a demon. The lyrics of this song are quite poignant, right? And this is happening a lot more in the entertainment industry. There are artists in the music industry specifically that are coming out with much more demonic messaging and then actually talking about the devil and glorifying the devil in their songs. Okay, so that right there is a red flag that's happening. Recently, Doja Cat was the most recent example where tens of thousands of people were leaving comments like, hey, I'm going to church. I got to get away from this. Something's wrong. This is creeping the average person out, not just spiritually sensitive people. So the music industry has been seeing it a lot, and the film industry has been seeing it a lot as well. So the last several movies that I've gone and seen and done actors review for in the theaters, there are several previews, 3 or 4 previews every single time for demonic movies. The notable ones, and the ones I want to talk about right now, are The Nun 2. That opens today. This is extremely relevant stuff that's happening. That opens today. Every time I see a preview for that in theaters in the last several weeks, I have been creeped out. And there's not a lot of things that creep me out. I'm pretty stoic as a person, and I'm not afraid of a lot of things. However, there's 2 types of creeped out, right? There's like, it's dark in the woods, you don't have a flashlight, and you can hear a wolf baying. It's like, okay, I'm pretty freaked out because I could get attacked by a wolf any minute here. That's like a rational, kind of naturalistic fear, right? The creeped out that I'm talking about is a spiritual creeping out. So I believe that we are a spirit that has a soul that's in a body. So our body is tertiary to our spirit. That is what I believe. I can back that up with biblical evidence. However, I don't think we need to go into that for this particular video. If it's something you want me to make another video on, I will. However, we are a spirit with a soul in a body. The demonic doesn't want you to believe that. They want you to believe that you're just a body and that all this stuff is just for fun. It's for entertainment. That is not true. There's another movie, A Haunting in Venice. Okay, this is a character that they've brought from novels now to movies. He's done a couple movies. I actually saw the last one. I can't remember what it was, but Gal Gadot was in it, and it was a pretty interesting movie. It was a murder mystery, right? So that had no horror elements. That was just kind of a cool murder mystery. Did not mind that movie. The third one in the series, however, they're bringing this character out in a haunting movie, and there's absolutely supernatural demonic things happening in this preview. They do a seance in the very beginning. They're very open and clear about that. It's creepy. It's spiritually creepy. I don't like it. And then the one that really freaks me out, spiritually makes me feel disgusting inside, is The Exorcist Believer. That's coming out October 6th. Okay? There is no coincidence that these movies are coming out right before Halloween. There is no coincidence. Halloween is the high holy day based upon its name, for the devil. Okay, and I've heard several testimonies in the last couple weeks from witches and warlocks who are really spiritually demonic people. They will tell you themselves, especially once they get out of that world, out of their coven, out of the occult, they will tell you straight up that they have power, that they can manipulate people, they can manipulate things in space, right? Like, move this bottle across the table with their mind. I know someone who used to be a warlock, and he used to play pool and actually move the balls around. He was a pool shark, and he would make money that way. He would just slightly bring balls offline and knock them out of the pocket. When they're about to go in the pocket, he'd make them go offline, look like there's almost a divot in the table or something like that, and he would piss people off. But then he'd say, "What am I doing? It's not like it's my fault that your ball didn't go in, right?" So I know people that have been in that world. There's a lot of people in entertainment that are in that world. Of course, they don't want you to know that, but they're making it more and more apparent. So it's almost like they do want you to know it these days. So I'm really just revealing what's happened for a very long time, and now it's coming to the light in a much bigger way. So The Exorcist Believer, October 6th. My warning to you is, please do not go see those movies. I'm a big supporter of the theaters. Huge supporter. Right? I've had movies that I've produced and acted in go to the theaters. I have many more things that I'm working on that are going to TV, going to streaming, and going to the theaters. So I'm a big advocate, okay? And I say this in love. Please don't go see these movies. I get such a strong check in my spirit, man, when I go and see these previews, and they really, really gross me out. So one thing that most people don't know is that the entertainment world is the prophetic world of all of the different spheres of influence, whether it be education is a sphere of influence, government, entertainment, media, right? We know that's obviously a sphere of influence. They're constantly putting things out on the news every single day, right? So these are spheres of influence, and the most prophetic sphere, which prophetic is like kind of speaking of the future, is the entertainment industry, music, TV, movies, okay? And there's arts as well, so but your screen, when you're watching a screen, you're watching me here right now, I'm sharing prophetic information. Hey, this is happening. When you see something on TV, it is a portal to the present and potentially to the future as well. So you are watching demonic imagery on your screen or listening to demonic music. It is going to genuinely influence your subconscious and your spirit, okay? If you're not spiritually aware, you might not notice it in the moment. If you are spiritually aware, you'll notice it immediately, okay? So what I'm trying to do is wake up your senses right now. I'm trying to wake you out of this slumber. I'm not trying to bash any filmmaker. I'm not mentioning any names here, but what I will tell you is there is an intent behind every movie that comes out. There is a message behind every single movie that comes out. Please don't believe that that's not true. There's always an intent, there's always a message, and there's always an intended audience. And when they're making these horror movies, it's not just for fun, okay? There's a lot of people, I just heard a couple stories today of people in the entertainment industry that before they go in and shoot a movie or before they shoot a music video, they're doing demonic cutting rituals and swapping blood between them and then dedicating those songs, dedicating those music videos, those movies to Satan, okay? So this is a very real thing. Again, I'm asking you to just do your own due diligence, do your own research, pray about it. Especially if you're a Christian or if you're of any religion, pray about it. If you're of any religion, you believe in the spiritual. And I'm telling you that Satanism, this demonic religion, is real. It's active. You can look it up for yourself. This is not hidden anymore. It has been for many years. It's not anymore. So please go do your due diligence. Please check this out. And if there's any check in your spirit as I talk, please just ask God about it. Say, hey, is there a problem with me, dressing up and acting a certain way on Halloween? Is there a problem with me going to see The Exorcist Believer? That's a religion. That's talking about a religion. You're a believer in the demonic world that this exorcist kind of, what do they call that? Like this demonic universe that they've created around these exorcist movies for the last several decades. This is a movie universe created around the demonic, created around evil, right? And the evil is glorified throughout the whole thing. This preview, I don't even encourage you to watch it because it's so spirit chilling, and it prophesies evil, right? It prophesies horrible things. but it will make you sick, especially if you're spiritually aware. So that's the special message for today. Please be aware of these things. Please start to awaken your spirit. If you can get up the courage to ask God and say, how does this really work in the kingdom? What does this actually really look like? How is this affecting my spirit? How is this affecting my children? How is this affecting me day to day, spiritually? And allow God to show you, whether it's through me, whether it's through somebody else, whether it's through watching a preview and feeling sick to your stomach about it. Try to open your mind. Try to open your spiritual eyes, and you'll see. So that's the special message for today. I know this might have creeped some people out. I know this might have deterred some people from my page, but I felt like I had to broadcast it. And these are going to be coming probably on a weekly basis. So thanks for checking it out. Check out some of the actors' reviews while you're at it. We will be doing every movie that I can stomach as it releases. I try to get those actor reviews out, and we're going to build that series to something really cool. So thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.